loaded with tender and juicy strips of grilled chicken breast, tomato slices, grilled onions, smoky maple bacon, and green peppers smothered in jalapeno Monterey Jack cheese. This 12-slice pizza is only 267 calories per slice. I've assembled everything I'll need to make my barbecue chipotle chicken and bacon pizza. 1 pound of raw chicken breast, a rolling pin and flour for rolling out the dough, 3 slices of smoky maple bacon, chipotle barbecue sauce, tomato and basil paste, pizza dough, vegetable toppings, 4 ounces of jalapeno Monterey Jack cheese, a 12-inch pizza pan, collection bowls and utensils, panini-style grill and parchment paper, and a selection of knives. I'm starting with the vegetable prep first, meat second, and leaving the dough for last. This onion is cut by removing root and stem ends first, slicing through the skin with the paring knife, and collecting the discards in a collection bowl. I'm cutting this yellow onion in half from stem to root end, laying it down on my cutting board on the cut side and slicing across crosswise in thick slices. These slices must be thicker than the usual slivered onion slices. I'll be cutting only 4 or 5 slices out of each half onion. I'll show you why in a moment after I'm finished preparing the second onion. My second onion has a tougher, dried out first layer under the skin. I'll discard this first onion layer along with the onion skin. The texture of this onion layer would be chewy and bitter, unlike the more delicate and moist layers underneath. Setting my equipment aside to make room for my grill, I'm grabbing a pre-cut length of parchment paper and plugging in this electric grill. As I add my thick onion slices, you might be wondering why I don't grill directly on the grill. The main reason I like the parchment paper is because it saves me time. The complicated task of cleaning the uneven grill surface takes quite a bit of time to effectively clean the raised grill surface and the depths of the channels between them. Secondly, the parchment paper breaks the direct contact of the food with the heated grill, allowing for longer cooking time while creating those lovely grill marks without scorching. This way I can sear the food and develop that rich barbecue flavor instead of burnt, charred, and bitter flavor notes. Once the thick onion slices are arranged, it's time to close the grill lid. And this is why the slices must be thick. Between the grill lid and the grill base there is a gap so the weight of the lid doesn't crush the food. I'll let the grill do its job and turn my attention to prepping the remaining vegetables. The green pepper is next. Slice around the top of the stem end. Pare away the core, stem, seeds, and white pith from the edges and remove to the discard bowl. Slice lengthwise, line up, dice crosswise, and collect. Next, the tomato. But first, time to check those grilling onions. Nice rich brown grill marks on a few onion slices, but these onions need a little more grilling time to soften them. Nice thin slices so I'll have enough to evenly cover the pizza. The pizza sauce preparation is next. I'll need 1/4 cup of LYNCH's Chipotle Bbq sauce and 3 tablespoons of concentrated tomato paste. I'll simply eyeball the 3 tablespoons in my 1/4 cup measure, but for complete accuracy, you can measure the tomato paste with a tablespoon measuring spoon times 3. 1 teaspoon of basil paste is the final ingredient. Blending these 3 ingredients together creates a flavorful pizza sauce with a hint of barbecue and a pop of chipotle tang. Let's check those onions again. Golden brown edges, translucent, moist and softened. These onions are ready to be transferred to my collection bowl. With my grill hot and ready, it's time to prepare my raw chicken breast. I'm slicing through these pieces of chicken thickly and arranging them on the same parchment paper I used to grill the onions. You can use a fresh piece of parchment paper if you prefer, but grilling the chicken with this parchment paper saves paper and seasons the chicken with onion flavor. Within minutes, the chicken is cooked on the outside with gorgeous golden brown grill marks and remains juicy and tender. I'll unplug the grill, close the lid, and allow the chicken to steam through a while longer. I have 3 beautiful pieces of smoky maple Canadian bacon. After covering with a piece of parchment paper to prevent splatter, I'm cooking these strips of bacon in the microwave. I'll start with 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't want to overcook this incredibly delicious bacon. With all my pizza ingredients prepped and ready, there's just one last thing to do: shape the pizza dough. Flour sprinkled over the prepped surface prevents the dough from sticking. I purchased this pizza dough from my local grocery store, pre-blended and ready to use. You can freeze or refrigerate the raw dough until you want to prepare it. My dough was chilling in my refrigerator. I've left the dough on the counter for a while until it reached room temperature. You can tell that the dough is ready to work with when it's spongy, softer, and airier. See how the pizza dough stretches and releases from the bag? The way the pizza dough slowly releases in a fluid motion, holding its shape yet rolling like a wave, tells me that this dough is ready to be shaped into a pizza crust. A little flour on the dough's surface and on the rolling pin prevents the dough from sticking to the rolling pin. I'm gently rolling over the dough with mainly the weight of the rolling pin to guide me. See this bubble? Rolling over the dough slowly releases the large bubbles and furthers the development of the dough's elasticity with a slow stretch. In a moment, you'll see why this is important. I'll continue with a few more rolls of the rolling pin, creating my round pizza crust shape. Just look at how elastic this pizza dough has become, gripping the counter and slowly peeling away from the surface. This stretchability is necessary to create a light and porous, springier crust. I'm stretching the dough slowly between my hands and turning the dough as I go. Once the dough is centered on the pizza pan, I'll carefully stretch the edges, allowing the dough to drape over the rim. The weight of the draped dough will stretch the dough a little more, ensuring the dough will keep its round shape and preventing the dough from contracting and shrinking to the center of the pan. After only a minute and a half of cooking, this bacon needs a little more cooking time. 2 more minutes should be enough time. While the bacon finishes cooking, I'll add my grilled chicken pieces to the bowl with the grilled onions and squeeze a little Chipotle Bbq sauce over top and blend it all together. Let's check on that bacon. This bacon is perfect. Cooked enough, still soft and pliable, not crunchy and bitter. A rough chop turns these bacon strips into bits. Time to spread the prepared pizza sauce over the dough and assemble this Chipotle Bbq chicken and bacon pizza, getting it ready for our preheated oven. Sliced tomatoes are next. Then the grilled chicken and the grilled onions. I'm realizing now that the entire large green bell pepper created a lot of diced pieces. I'm going to add all of the green bell pepper because my family enjoys the juicy sweet pepper flavor. But if you prefer much less, your pizza can be personalized to suit your own taste. The chopped bacon bits are the last topping before the shredded cheese. You can purchase pre-shredded cheese if you like, or grate by hand as I'm doing. I'm grating 4 ounces or 112 grams of jalapeno Monterey Jack cheese evenly over top of everything. The last step before transferring to the oven is forming the crust edge. I'm lifting the draped dough onto the edges of the pizza pan and tucking them under when necessary. You'll notice that the edges of this dough is cracked and dry. This wouldn't normally happen. It's been a very hot July day and our kitchen is too warm. A fan has been cooling us off and dried out the pre-cooked crust. We'll have to see what happens after we bake this pizza. Into the preheated oven it goes. 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 218 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. 15 minutes have passed and it's time to check on this pizza. It's hard to tell sometimes if the pizza is fully cooked by the appearance of the crust. I'll lift the edges to see the bottom. Nicely golden brown and even all over. Time to take this pizza out of the oven. After 5 minutes of cooling off time, this pizza is ready to slice. One of 12 slices. And this one's for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click the notifications bell to get all the latest under 300 calories recipes.